Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and like always, thank you so much for the support. Today we're going to be playing some Path of Exile, and specifically we're going to be playing a Volatile Dead build. This is day 3 of the league, so I'm going to go over a quick recap of day 1 and day 2 coming into today, which is again day 3. So day 1 we managed to play with some friends, managed to get all the way up to level 60 before we decided to go to bed. Wasn't really planning on playing super hardcore this league. But we managed to end at day 1 at 60, which is pretty good. We ended up getting all the way up to Blood Aqueducts and started farming a couple of cards for our tabula. I think day 1 we ended up getting 2 cards before we just decided to call it quits. Day 2 we did finish getting our tabula. We ran a bunch of Blood Aqueducts, and I think we ended up getting our tabula around level 70, 71 if I'm not mistaken. Which is about average, not too great, not too terrible. And then day 2 we ended up, I think it was like 77, 70, I think we ended up at 80, I don't quite recall. We did manage to get some okay gear, not great. I think the best thing we did manage to get is this wand, which is actually pretty insane. And then this morning we were able to craft trigger a socketed spell when you use a skill, which just gives the build that much more survivability, as you'll constantly have bone offering up instead of having to wait for your cast when damage taken setup to go ahead and trigger it. Unfortunately, we did mess up our cast when damage taken setup, and our molten shell is a little bit higher, but we're gonna fix that today. Or I might just buy a lower level molten shell, but we'll look into that here in a little bit. Again, quick overview of the gear. The rings aren't that great. We're gonna start saving up and trying to get a Burex grip, as that's gonna give us quite a bit of life leech and help us out with sustaining as well. Helmet, decent, not great again. This shield is pretty okay for now. Eventually we'll upgrade this to something with a little bit more spell crit and maybe some more spell damage, but this is very decent for now. Amulet, again, not great. It's alright for now. We have some chaos resistance on there. Still need to find a little bit more chaos resistance to get capped. We did find a belt, a Stygian belt, day 1, which is actually pretty good for day 1. And we'll just have a random, jewel in there, nothing great, just some life. Gloves are decent, boots are decent for now. And yeah, so far so good. Just rolled a couple of flasks, no quality or anything. This is just, speed racing, not really focusing too much on flask. However, we do have our bleeding flask and a shock flask. I think shock isn't really that great on here. It should be on one of these, so we'll probably look to change this later on and maybe put like curse or something on here. But for right now, pretty comfortable with what we're looking at. Eventually we'll also want to get a soul tether in addition to the barrack script, and finally we'll end with a impulsas, but that's going to be somewhere down the line, as I think impulsas are somewhere around 8 exalts at the moment. Right now soul tether is, I believe, 30 chaos, and barrack script is also around that same price range. But without further ado, we'll get into some maps here quickly. Another notable difference, most people are running shield charge and fortify, which is pretty good as well. I'm opting for the alternative of running decoy totem and summon stone golem for the extra regen and the extra defenses. Sucks, unfortunate. I think they're still at the top of the ladder, but I think that's one of their supports. But yeah, like I said, Decoy Totem and Summon Stone Golem is an alternative to Shield Charge. I feel like we move quickly enough and efficiently enough with Flame Dash, where we really don't need Shield Charge, but we'll definitely try to experiment today. Without further ado, let's just get some maps going. I'm going to go warm up with a couple maps that I still haven't done, and then we'll do these that we picked up today. But yeah, let's get right into it. I feel like this build is extremely strong right now. It just feels very tanky compared to last league's version. Ziz did an amazing job, and really excited with how it performs. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sit back and relax.
I need more mana. When I'm ready.
Also leveling some more volatile deads in the back to either sell or try to corrupt later on. pretty easy tier 2 map, nothing great. That lag there was pretty scary. Nothing great here. check this out real quick. There's physical reflect, but it doesn't really matter. We don't do that much physical reflect, or don't do that much physical damage here. So I do feel confident in physical reflect maps, especially since our frenzy is level 1 just to maintain healthy mana pool. Could have probably cleared a little bit better. Just wanted to get the kill in, but realized I am pretty short on maps, so I think it's just worth clearing. Actually, there's just 12 left now. Totally forgot that this doesn't portal you back out. Just dump this in here for now and pick it up later.
When I'm ready and not before.
And there we go. Pretty good drops. Pretty psyched that I was able to get that on video for you guys. This might not be terrible. Someone might use that if they're doing some type of lightning build this league, so I think we will keep that. However, my mouse just totally bugged out. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. No resist, unfortunate. I think we can still craft something on here. Nah, it's pretty poop. This is actually pretty decent because it has a good fizz roll on it. I think we might be able to just craft life on that. So maybe like a budget ring or something. Maybe an alt ring for leveling up. And I'll just dump this. No, I'll just dump this in here. Check it out later. Not great, not terrible. And I think we'll do this last map and we'll call it for now.
When I'm ready and not before.
One last thing I did forget to mention, so we are using Enduring Cry on our movement button. The reason for it is if you have it as an instant cast by picking up Call to Arms, whenever you move, it'll trigger the Enduring Cry, you'll get your endurance charge, and anytime you move, or anytime it's not on cooldown, you'll move in that direction just like you would normally if you had this as your movement skill. But Enduring Cry actually has the benefit of triggering off of Mouse 1 if you have it instant. So pretty neat trick there. unfortunately our Nico is full, so we will have to do some delve after this, which is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. What? Can't go down there. Actually really low on alchemies, that's the only reason I'm going for this alchemy here. I think we'll just call it here. Don't want to go back and clear all of that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll make a couple more videos on this character later on, so just stay tuned. And if you did enjoy the video and the content, please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you so much. Like always, guys, have a wonderful day.